And welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Knowledge. Welcome back, welcome back. Oh man, you guys believe in the dead internet theory? Sometimes I think I believe in the dead internet theory. The dead internet theory is very, very simple. That most of the internet is just bots. I think that is where we are right now. I think we are just dead internet theory. I think of the scene from Ferris Bueller's Day Off at the very end of the movie, where Ferris Bueller goes to the camera and he's like, "You guys are still here? Go home. Nothing to see here." I feel like that's my channel at this point. There's nothing to see here. Yes, if you guys tuned in real time, I was about an hour late than I usually go live. Listen, in the grand scheme of stuff, it won't matter. At the end of the day, I still managed to go live multiple years in a row now. We'll keep it going for as long as we can. Alright. Let me talk to you guys about something. There was a couple times in this hobby where I made some plays, and they really, really paid out well. And at the time, I was like, is it that obvious? First one, and everybody's going to love this. As I walk through the valley of the $79.95 booster box, I fear no evil. That was the first one. The second one was when Brilliant Stars booster boxes and Lost Origin booster boxes were still available on Pokemon Center. I definitely thought that was one of them. It was like, this play is too easy. It can't be this easy, right? And now here we are. We're running into this exact same scenario. I'm going to let you guys right now know, it is the title of this video. It is obviously still time to buy Pokemon. There's so many people talking about the inevitable crash and all the sets that these people are talking about. They're meaningless to me. They absolutely mean nothing to me. Sets they're talking about is Destined Rivals, Journey Together, Prismatic. I don't care about any of this stuff right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. The stuff that I care about right now, today, is, and this is a crazy thing, I made a video like 2 weeks back, and I talked about I thought a good buy is loose packs right now. And I got some hate on that video. People thought I was crazy. Loose packs could be searched, they could be weighed, they could be CT scanned, they could be all this stuff. No. Buy from reputable sources, and you'll be fine. And just letting you know right now, that is your best opportunity right now. It is the most undervalued area of this entire market. Right now is loose packs. Same way as I walk through the valley, the $79.05 Chillin' Rain booster boxes, I fear no evil. And at the same time as, you know, Brilliant Stars and Lost Origin booster boxes were readily available on Pokemon Center, I'm letting you know right now, today, at the time recording this video, there's a couple sets that people are going to kick themselves. And the thumbnail of this video has the Gren Reaper holding, you know, an old-fashioned timer, you know, sand hourglass. And each grain of sand that drops is just a little bit of time that keeps on passing. You are living in a very, very small window of time. And I'm going to let you know, that window of time to acquire some of this stuff right now is very, very, very quickly closing. The walls are closing in on you. Just like, you ever seen the original Star Wars movie when they're in the trash compactor and Luke Skywalker is on his little walkie-talkie and he's talking to R2-D2 and he's like, "Stop the trash compactor! Stop the trash compactor!" That is you, right now. The walls, they're literally closing in on you. And there's nothing you can do. And you're probably not going to have a R2-D2 on the outside of the doors who's going to stop that trash compactor. The walls are closing in. Your opportunity to pick up a lot of these sets are coming to an end. During my live, I talked about a couple sets that I was actively picking up. 151, Paldea Evolved, Crown Zenith, and I talked about Prismatic at MSRP. I feel like Prismatic at MSRP is kind of like a cheat because it's so expensive right now. I'm going to let you know. Picking up Prismatic at MSRP It's not that easy still. Nothing has really come down yet. It's still tough to get Prismatic at MSRP. Now, I think that Prismatic is going to keep dropping. I think you're going to have opportunities. I think what's going on right now with the Costco drops is a great opportunity. But I'm talking about this as a pick and hold situation, meaning if you could pick up Prismatic at MSRP, every chance you get, just acquire it. Every Costco drop, just if you could get one of those ETBs, one of those booster bundles, just keep set them aside, and you're going to get opportunities for Prismatic at MSRP, and it's probably going to go on for a while. And that is the number. I'm not paying $11 a pack for Prismatic right now. I'm not doing it, but every chance I get. Those are the 4 sets I talked about. The other sets you need to be looking at, which are very, very important, and they're, like I said, they're drying up. Sword and Shield sets. So, really, Sword and Shield sets, there's a couple. Those N ones. Silver, and I'm going to weigh them. Kind of like, I'm going to say, good. I'm going to go great, good, bad, and ugly. Alright? So, good, pick up. Wait, what did I say? Let me write this down so I don't mess this up. If I'm doing this on the fly. Alright, great, good, bad, ugly. That was going to be my 4 rating score. I'm telling you right now, you need to be picking up Sword and Shield sets. Right now, at this moment. Silver Tempest, good. Lost Origin, great. If you have opportunities to pick up Lost Origin booster packs right now, loose booster packs. I know this is crazy. Nobody wants to hear it. Like and you know, a lot of people are gonna say a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna let you know. A lot of people make a lot of content. No one ever talks about loose packs. I am talking about loose packs. I'm telling you, I got my finger on the market. This is where I see. Nobody talks about loose packs. There's a reason why. But I'm also telling you that when other people aren't looking at stuff, it's maybe the stuff you need to be looking at. So, anyway, Silver Tempest, good. Lost Origin, great. If you have any opportunities to pick up Lost Origin booster packs right now, pick them up. And this could be, just look at all the prices for all this stuff on TCG Player. You could go back 3-4 videos of mine and you can see I went through like a bunch of sets on TCG Player, talked about the price of packs versus booster boxes. Pokemon Go, bad. Pokemon Go is pretty bad. It would be ugly if your opportunities to pick up Pokemon Go at pack prices wasn't so dirt cheap. You could pick up Pokemon Go at dirt cheap prices right now. That is why it's not ugly. It's just bad. But you have to really, really pick up Pokemon Go at the cheapest possible price. I'm talking sub $3 a pack. And you might think, oh, nobody's selling Pokemon Go for sub $3 a pack. They exist. You just got to find them. Brilliant Stars, great. If you could pick up Brilliant Stars loose booster packs, that's probably my number 1 buy right now. Probably Brilliant Stars and Fusion Strike, number 1 and number 2. They're close, neck and neck. Either one could take the lead. Lost Origins, number 3. All those are great buys. Celebrations, good. Evolving Skies, good because of the price point. It would be great if the price point per pack wasn't so high, but right now, even Evolving Skies, I still think is a good buy. Chill and Rain, good buy. Battle Styles, good. Shining Fates, bad. Vivid Voltage, bad. Champion's Path, bad. Darkness Ablaze, bad. Rebel Clash, bad. Sword and Shield Base, bad. None of them are ugly. There's just a couple bad. Then, just because they're bad doesn't mean they're not going to do good. That's where I would be parking my money right now, today. Listen, I'll probably come on here a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. I promise you it's going to change where I think the great buys are right now. That is where we are at right now, today. And my original 4 that I said from my other video, Crown Zenith 151, Paldea Evolve, Prismatic at MSRP, still good buys. It's still crazy the amount of people that heard booster boxes. I'm going to say it again, booster packs. Loose booster packs. Loose booster packs are the most liquid item in the hobby. There is no item in this hobby right now that is literally more liquid than packs. And packs, while a lot of those sets I just talked about, all these Sword and Shield sets have what a lot of people think is infinity supply. It's not infinite. It is a very, very finite thing. And if you are very strategic and you are able to get good entry points on all this stuff, that is the best buy today. I'm telling you, loose packs right now, Sword and Shield sets. I left out Sun and Moon sets. I left out XY sets. Obviously, if you could pick up any of these packs, obviously it's just as simple as looking at, market 75%. 70% on any Sun and Moon XY pack, you're probably going to do good. But right now, most glaring buying opportunities where I think there's the most value to be made in both the short and midterm is Sword and Shield packs. That's where I am at right now today. A lot of this channel is just, what am I doing in the moment? What am I doing in the second? A lot of people say, PK used to talk about all the good buys and stuff. PK doesn't talk about this stuff anymore, blah, blah, blah. I still do. I'm doing it right now. I'm just telling you, everybody's looking in this market. There's so much competition in this market. There's so much craziness going on in this market. Everybody's looking at the newest modern thing. Everybody's so focused on, should I be picking up Destined Rivals booster box cases right now? Journey Together. If they reprint it, is there going to be a box topper, PK? Australia, did you see the Australian release? Australian release didn't have a box topper. Should we be speculating? And Journey Together, Prismatic, they're still $100 on ETB. You think I should pick it up for $100 on ETB? I'm just gonna let you know, Destined Rivals, don't fucking care about right now. Journey Together, I don't care about right now. And Prismatic Conversations at $100 on ETB, I do not care about. I do not care about any of those things. And you want to know the truth? I might actually lose money in a lot of this stuff. But when I say I'll lose money is I might lose opportunities for Journey Together and Destined Rivals and Prismatic at current today prices. I'm fine with that. If I lose money not buying Destined Rivals today and Journey Together today and Prismatic today, it's fine. I think I will have buying opportunities and I'll have entry points and I'll have points in the hobby in the next 1 to 2 years where I'll be saying, now is the time that I want to be dumping money in. A lot of the sets I just talked about, Silver Tempest, I just talked about Silver Tempest and I did every set from Silver Tempest all the way to Sword and Shield years after the fact. Sword and Shield came out in 2020. Here we are 5 years later. I mentioned Sword and Shield packs and I ranked it as a good, ugly, bad, or ugly. Or, wait, great, good, bad, or ugly. And I just rated it as a bad. But here we are 5 years later. And I promise you, Journey Together, Destined, Prismatic at $100 in ETB, whenever that day comes, I'm just not there yet. I'm not there yet. I'm telling you where I would be parking my money at right now is Sword and Shield booster packs. My top 3. These are loose packs. Brilliant Stars is my number 1. Fusion Strike is my number 2. Lost Origin is my number 3. That is where I want to be when it comes to loose packs. And then all the other ones, those are my 3 great. They're the great ones. That's where I'd be dumping the most money. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. That's just where I am today. I think it's still an obvious time to buy Pokemon. I think that all the market volatility that everybody is worried about, I do not think it affects these sets in the slightest. I think there are definitely some Scarlet and Violet sets that could have volatility. I'm going to be honest with you. I mentioned it on my other live too when I talked about buying those 4 sets. I said I think in a month or 2 I'll be picking up some Temporal Forces and Paradox Rift. And you know what? I didn't pick up any Paradox Rift yet, but I picked up a couple packs of Temporal Forces. Nothing crazy. And I still think that if you want to pick up some Temporal, you want to pick up some Paradox, you want to pick up... And then I just told you my top 4, Paldea Evolves. And if you want to keep picking up all that stuff, I think those are all good buys. I'm not knocking any of those. I'm just telling you where I think right now, today, the most glaringly obvious examples of place where I want to be parking my money is Sword and Shield loose packs. I could be wrong, and I just don't even care anymore. Maybe that's the thing too, is maybe you get to a point in this hobby where you stop caring as much. I don't care if I'm right or wrong with this stuff. I'm just going with my gut. Everything I know, everything that I know about this hobby, everything that I know about what's going on, everything that I know about demand, liquidity, is just telling me this is the best, most undervalued thing that exists today in today's market. Loose packs. I'm sorry. A lot of people don't like to hear that. This is like a hot take. Maybe some people out there are watching this, they don't think it's a hot take, but I promise you, there's a lot of people out there that think that loose packs is a hot take. I don't want to be in ETBs. I don't want to be in booster boxes. I don't want to be in air right now. AIR, air. I don't want to be in any products that have air. I just want to be in the most dense, condensed products that exist. I know. This is a very similar video that I made talking about Crown Zenith 151, Paldea Evolved, and Prismatic MSRP, which was 2-3 weeks ago. But I'm just telling you right now, today, I don't have to make this a long video. This is a 16-minute rant of me. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to a live. If any of you guys have any chats, any comments, I already told you this is a Fearless Bueller's day off. This is the end of the show where the guy's like, I can't believe you guys are still here. Go home. This is it. I started the video off like that. This is this is the Fearless Buellers. Go home. There's nothing else to see here. This is it. This is today. I think it's just so glaringly obvious, but maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong, but if you guys have any questions right now, ask them in the chat. I'll answer them. Other than that, you know what? I'm going to turn off the camera. I'm going to go to bed. That's it. I'm just going to turn off the camera, and I'm going to go crawl into my bed. Because we've done this so many times now. I should have did it. Made videos talking about this more because I got to go when my channel was created. My channel was created in 2020. I was only 5 years old. So I can't say I should have went back and made this video talking about black and white packs during XY, or should have talked about XY packs during Sun and Moon, or I should have been talking about doing this with Sun and Moon packs and Sword and Shield timeline, and I didn't. Because right now you go look at any Sun and Moon pack, most of them are greater than $15. Where at the same time booster boxes were doing exactly what they're doing right now for Sword and Shield. You know, you got booster boxes hitting that, call it between $3 to $600 price range. That's a big price range. That's a $300 swing between $300 and $600. You know what? Saw the same exact thing happen with Sun and Moon packs. And at the exact same time, when you had a $300 booster box, you had a $600 booster box, you had $10 packs. And I watched as most of those $10 packs all went up to $15 to $25. So, here we are. I think we're in the moment. We're living in the moment. Alright. That is where I am. Alright, we got Cheval says, I only buy my Pokemon products from trusted and reputable sellers, like certain people on eBay. He's a role model for our youth, a true pillar. Alright, Cheval is just trolling. Katie Lowen says, thought experiment. Pokemon does a press conference, answers any questions on all errors of print run, numbers, etc., all the way back to Wizard of the Coast. What would that do for the prices to the hobby? Nothing. It wouldn't matter. I don't think people can understand numbers in the first place, Katie. I think numbers just get so big that people, they released, that we're printing 10 billion cards last year. The numbers get so big that people can't even comprehend it, Katie. So I don't think it does much. So Hoagie Pokemon says, I haven't had much luck with the Prismatic stuff. Stuff is gone instantly for me. Join the Rattle Discord. Hopefully you could pick up some drops. So I got some tins with Evolving Skies Fusion Chilling Rain. Yeah, the unfortunate reality with tins, if they were reprinted tins, you're going to have to break them down because people won't know which print wave they are. And only you will really know, and it'll really depend on when you pick up stuff. So Just says, Brilliant Stars Keep sealed, pull rates not too hard. I mean, Brilliant Stars, in my personal opinion, I think Brilliant Stars has the best trainer gallery subset that exists. I think it's the number one for Sword and Shield. I think it has, well, it has the 3 OG EVs. Well, first it has the regular EV trainer gallery, but then it has the 3 OG evolutions: Vaporeon, Flareon, Jolteon, all three of those. And then it has an Umbreon V, and then it has an Umbreon V Max. It's got the Mimikyu V watching TV. It's got the Mimikyu V Max. Obviously, it has the big chases with the Charizard and the Arceus V Altart. Brilliant Stars is a deep set. And then with more evolutions, it's got the Sylveon V Max. It's got the Sylveon V. It's a deep, deep trainer gallery subset. Brilliant Stars goes hard. I think it's a great set. Big chase, Charizard chase, beautiful trainer gallery subset. You win a lot. Open up Brilliant Stars. You win. I mean, you're going to lose more than you win on any pack, but you definitely win a lot when you're opening up Brilliant Stars, and I think Brilliant Stars has staying power. Lost Origin, not bad though. Lost Origin, still solid trainer gallery subset because it's got the Pikachu V, it's got the Pikachu V Max, and then it's got the Sleepy Pika, so it's got a bunch of Pikas. Sleepy Pika, Sleepy Pika, Pikachu V, and then Pikachu V Max, and then it's got the Gengar trainer gallery in it. It's a deep trainer gallery as well, and then obviously got an Aerodactyl, it's got a Giratina in it. So it's got those awesome trainer galleries, so it feels like you win a lot. That's what people want when they open up packs. They want to feel like they're winning. Brilliant Stars has, you feel like a winner. Lost Origin, you feel like a winner. And then if you hit the big cards, if you hit that Arceus V and the Charizard from Brilliant, you feel like a superstar. And if you hit the Aerodactyl and you hit the Giratina, you sure as hell feel like a superstar when you hit that Giratina V. Fusion Strike, on the other hand, Fusion Strike is brutal. Because it's the days before trainer galleries. Because right before, right before Brilliant Stars, the set right before Brilliant Stars was Fusion Strike. And you know what? Fusion Strike doesn't have a trainer gallery subset. And it had, I mean, you look at it on paper, it's the same thing as Chillin' Rain. If you just have your little Fusion Strike ETB book and you go flip to all the hits and you go, wow, there's a Mew V, there's a Mew V Max Altart. So you got Mew V Altart, you got a Mew V Max Altart, you got a Sleepy Espeon. This Sleepy Espeon looks like it should be in Evolving Skies, but it's in Fusion Strike. That's an awesome Altart. Wow, look at this beautiful Gengar V Max Altart. This is a beautiful card. There's a Breakdancing Genesect in there. Oh, look at a beautiful Celebi V Altart. And hey, even this Sandaconda is a piece of shit. Nobody loves it, but hey, at least it's still an Altart, right? I'll take a Sandaconda. So you look at it on paper and you say, Fusion Strike is easy. Fusion Strike is not easy. Fusion Strike is painful. Same thing with Chillin' Rain. Chillin' Rain, you look at Chillin' Rain on paper, oh, it looks beautiful, but it's painful. And there's a reason they call it Chillin' Pain and Evolving Skies. Because on paper it looks great. In reality, when you open up packs, it's brutal. So at least Brilliant Stars Lost Origin still has that, win factor. But I'll tell you what, the hobby's going to do what the hobby does. And you know what the hobby did? The hobby decided that Fusion Strike is going to be one of the best sets of Sword and Shield. So just sometimes you got to ride the train. It's like, okay, the train's about to leave the station, so might as well just hop on with everybody else. And you know what? Fusion Strike is going to keep doing Fusion Strike things for a while. Is it possible that Fusion Strike becomes the number 2 set of the era right behind Evolving Skies? I don't think anything surpasses Evolving Skies price-wise. I think it's just going to be Evolving Skies and then what's next? I think that would be the question. Right now, Fusion Strike has really proven itself to be the number 2, and the problem is the fickleness of this hobby and the price memories, and there are a lot of people entering the hobby right now. The amount of people that entered this hobby and weren't even around for Fusion Strike is amazing. So they're just going to say, oh, okay, Fusion Strike is the second most expensive box. We're just going to run with it. How long are we going to run for? Into perpetuity, into foreverness. Why? Because at that point, it doesn't matter. Fusion Strike is just going to be expensive. Brilliant Stars is just going to be expensive. Lost Origin is just going to be expensive. And it is what it is. It's the same thing with a lot. I'm not going to do like a big rant, but if you look at a lot of Gold Star sets, there's a lot of Gold Star sets that are arguably cheaper than other Gold Star sets, and the sets that are cheaper are far, far superior. But you know what? the price points for some of this stuff was created way before anybody got into the hobby. Perfect example being EX Deoxys. You look at EX Deoxys, it sucks. Yeah, it's got the best gold star in the air. It's got Rayquaza Gold Star, but then what's the other two? Latios and Latios? Have you ever looked at the rest of EX Deoxys? What are you going to get? You're going to get a Salamence? Come on. There's nothing in EX Deoxys, but the prices have already been made, and it's the one of the most expensive EX sets. And then you look at any other set, you look at and you go, well, what does other sets have? And you look at some super cheap sets, and it's like, well, some of these super cheap sets are way better. You look at your Dragon Frontiers. I mean, Dragon Frontiers at least has the Charizard Gold Star opposed to the Rayquaza. Power Keepers at least has the beautiful evolutions with the Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, Flareon, Jolteon. Why can't I never do the 3 in order? What? A lot of these Gold Star sets, but you know what? At the end of the day, why is Deoxys the most expensive? It's because the hobby just dictated it to be. At the end of the day, when you got, and that's the thing. You weren't around probably for EX Deoxys, and you just know it as being expensive because the market dictated it as the more expensive booster box. So therefore, you're just going to go with it. And I'm not going to say I wasn't here for EX Deoxys. So you know what? I just got to sit there and go with it. Now, do I have personal preference? Do I think other EX Gold Star sets are way more valuable in my personal opinion, or should be? And they have better hits and they have better hollows, and it's like, oh, what happens if I brick? Oh, if I brick with Crystal Guardians, can I still get an awesome Charizard? Can I still get an awesome Blastoise? Yeah. Does it matter? No. Because the hobby had already dictated the prices before I got around. And it is what it is. And the same thing's going to happen with Sword and Shield. Because a hobby dictates prices for certain booster boxes, whether or not I think Fusion Strike should be number 2, you know, at this point, we might just have to go with it. And you don't get to make that choice anymore. The hobbies. This is a marathon, and it's the mob that dictates. It's not you. It's not me. And sometimes you just got to go with it. So, that's where I stand with stuff like that. Let's see. Pony says, opinions on fake packs, though. Fake packs are more likely than fake ETB boxes. If you can't identify a fake pack by now, you probably shouldn't be buying fake packs. You should, you said fake packs. If you mean resealed packs could be tougher. Any product could be resealed. Booster boxes could get resealed. ETBs could get resealed. Tins could get resealed. They just added layers. Like, at the end of the day, if you can't identify a truly fake pack, like, don't be buying fake packs. Another thing, too, is it's all going to come down to who you're buying from. Buy from trusted sources. Keep in mind, when I talk about anything in this hobby, I talk about any buys. It doesn't matter if I'm talking about a $1 single, a $100 graded card, a $200 booster box, a $5,000 sealed case of booster boxes, or a $50,000 Skyridge booster box. Doesn't matter. From the $50,000 to the $1 card, every single one of those purchases, I always talk about this hobby. I always talk about purchases. I always talk about buying from trusted sellers. And maybe like people don't know that, but I'm not talking about going on to your random Facebook marketplaces, meeting some person at the local Loves or Pilot or Flying V or Wawa's or whatever random sketchy gas station you guys want to talk about, like going there and then somebody opening up the pack of the trunk of their card and they got their resealer right there, they got their heat gun and then a bunch of packs and they're like, hey, you want to buy these? I'm not talking about those guys. I always talk about trusted sellers whenever I talk about stuff like that. Boss Trainer N says, I just like the Brilliant Stars set logo. I buy the packs. So Pony says, for Crown Zenith was my favorite to open. That's another thing. Crown Zenith is just, you always feel like you win. Because you do, in a way. And then Crown Zenith, it's like, not only do you win, Crown Zenith is a deep set. It's got a 70 Galarian Gallery subset. 70 cards. There's a lot of hits to be pulled. And then the big hits, your Arceus, Palkia, Garantina, Dialga, all the gold cards, that's big. But then if you don't hit one of those golds, you can still hit the Mewtwo V-Star, and then there's regular V-Stars in there too, just like the Leafeon V-Star and the Glaceon V-Star, which are beautiful pack artworks, and there's Deoxys and Zeraoras, and even the Luminion and shit from Crown Zenith is beautiful. There's only one secret rare in all of Crown Zenith, which is 160 out of 159. That's a secret rare Pikachu. Crown Zenith is a deep set. It's a fun set to open. And it's even got, yeah, it's got a couple Radiants in, but it's still, one of the Radiants is still a Charizard. So you could still get a chance out of Radiant and Zard, which just even a Radiant, most of the time you pull a Radiant, you're like, oh, this is a brick. But when you open up Crown Zenith, at least you pull the Radiant Zard. Even that feels like a win. For such a deep set to get all the way down to the Radiants where you still feel like you're winning by pulling a Zard, just shows how deep Crown Zenith is as a set. And that's what people's going to want in the future. People are going to want sets that have like opening experience to it. And when you get to really expensive packs too, you want the, you know, you want these packs to keep evaporating off the market. You don't want supply for this stuff to keep going up or at least staying stagnant. You want this stuff to keep evaporating off the market. And the more of this stuff that evaporates off the market, the less and less resellers you're going to have. So the people that are out there still buying, they're going to have to pay a higher and higher dollar amount just because the people willing to sell want more and more money. And you need that. You need that stuff to happen. So, Chev collects. We got old T-Chev. He says, I sold the Lost Origin Pikachu VMAX BGS 10 Black Label for $5K. Just hours after I posted, we still booming. Wow, $5K for a Lost Origin Pikachu VMAX Trainer Galley. Crazy. We got Coops in the chat. Says, tuning in. Appreciate it, Coops. Jen, I appreciate it. We got Z Card says, I think Lost Origin might end up number 2 or 3. Listen, I always said I like Brilliant Stars better, but I said I'm going to hedge my bet by buying both. Alright, listen, I made it to the bottom of the chat. I told you guys, I don't need to talk much today. I made it to the bottom of the chat. It's the Ferris Bueller's day off thing. Why are you guys still here? OG Weedle Farmer says we need more rip and shippers. So if you need more rip and shippers, I mean, I guess OG Weedle Farmer, he says we need more rip and shippers. So I guess what he's describing is he just needs more of this product evaporating from the market. So, I mean, we got Weedle Farmer in the chat. He is right. Like, if you want the value of your product to go up, you need this stuff to keep getting open. So while I don't really agree that we need more, Weedle is correct with that statement. You need more in order for this product to keep evaporating from the market. Alright, as always, I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. As always, please be safe. And as always, I'll catch you on the next video. Later.